You won't believe what the WEF has gotten away with. Robots taking even more jobs. Now, conspiracy theories, they start to make more sense when you put the puzzle pieces together. So let's see. Got the health crisis put forth and the need to provide households with credit cards through stimulus checks or unexpected cash flow, which poured in trillions of dollars out into the market. Now, at first, the stock market rallied as investors used some of this free cash to invest in different shares and assets. But the health crisis also saw layoffs and bankruptcies, signaling that the good times were over, or at least not going to last forever. But what if an opportunity opened up that would provide you with a form of passive income? How about universal basic income, or a UBI? Would that sound good as the world crumbles all around us? This will be, as some analysts call, the carrot on the stick for many people to agree to a central bank digital currency, or also known as a CBDC. And folks, they're not putting this on an app on your phone or providing you with a specific credit card or debit card, all right? The plan is, at least according to the World Economic Forum, is that you will have to get implants before you receive this money. Don't believe me? Look at this message from Klaus Schwab back in 2016.
Au bout de ça, on parle de puces qu'on pourra s'implanter. Ce sera quand ça?
Certainement dans les 10 années à venir. Et d'abord, on va les implanter dans nos vêtements, c'est-à-dire wearables, comme on le dit. Et après, on pourrait s'imaginer qu'on les implante dans nos cerveaux ou dans notre peau. Et à la fin, peut-être il y a une communication directe entre notre cerveau et le monde digital. Ce que nous voyons, c'est une sorte de fusion du monde physique, digital et biologique.
2016, folks, the WEF was already opening this up to us. And before I continue, I hope you guys are open to dropping a quick like on this video and also consider subscribing to the channel for your daily dose of the truth. All right, so let's get back to the topic here. Are you guys familiar with the term ignorance of the law is no excuse? Basically meaning that, just because you weren't aware that something was being implemented doesn't mean that you can defend your actions or be excused of breaking this said law. So what's the point here, right? Well, we're now seeing more and more talks about the dollar, or at least the physical representation of a dollar being criminalized, or, to some extent with different institutions suddenly switching up policies on us. But how would you feel if cash was completely outlawed? Like using money or using cash would be illegal? Because while they're not telling us, it sure feels as if they're somewhat preparing to go towards a world without physical cash. How do I know this? Remember when Richard Werner, kind of a whistleblower for the WEF, he said this:
the nature of this CBDC, what is it actually going to look like? They never talk about that. Right. But I heard one European central banker tell me what it's going to look like. He saw it. He was invited to one of the old central banks in Europe that are very much promoting this. And they showed him. And, he's a top, executive director of another central bank in Europe, and there's no reason to believe that he was telling me a story. And he was around this large and would be implanted under your skin.
Now I can already see the comments. Ron, you are spewing conspiracy theories again. None of this is true and we don't believe you. Okay, sure. But do you watch the news? Did you see this story about a guy in Sweden who already has this stuff? This video was released 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's all on chip. So I use it to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks. Exactly. So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need to do is I need to first blip my chip and it will log me in. And from there I get access to the fridge.
And if you thought that was crazy, look at what was reported next.
In Sweden, the microchips are already here.
The microchip implants use the same technology that's in contactless credit cards,
which have made cash pretty much obsolete in Sweden.
No cash.
No cash, folks. And what did I just say a while ago? But of course, they just can't let the narrative roll, right? They have to make us feel that this is all a conspiracy theory and that they only want what's best for us. I recently found this on Yahoo News where they were saying that the WEF doesn't want to put payment implants on people. That's just not what the WEF is about. They don't want control, and we shouldn't be asking them why they have some of the most influential people, including world leaders, pop into Davos every single year. That's not what this is all about, folks. I mean, come on, right? What do you guys think about this fact check from Yahoo? Does anybody here honestly believe that this isn't about control and tracking? So Richard Werner also warned in another interview that the goal to have more people implanted will be anchored on providing a universal basic income, kind of like, what people are receiving in different parts of our country, but they're just called a different term. But it ultimately means the same thing. So you get a monthly allowance, and from there you can use it on your necessities and whatnot. But what if that's going to be tracked too? Are you down to receive one of these chips implanted in your hands? It makes me think that next level hacking in the future will need nothing more than a good old fashioned handshake. And scams these days are becoming much more intricate as they're now adapting to the technologies that are available to us. I mean, take the one where a tech executive was swindled out of $450,000 by a guy or a girl, we're not even sure at this point, that pretended to be a wine trader from France who just happened to be on the same dating app called Hinge. Shreya Dada, who says that she kind of felt like, she had found her soulmate, decided to trust this so-called wine trader to venture into crypto trading. But instead of investing the money, it was redirected to accounts and addresses that was controlled by the scammer. Now, this isn't to discourage anyone from dating sites. That's not what this message is. But as technology advances, we also have to use our instincts and get our heads above our hearts.
A surge in so-called romance scams. According to the FBI, there's a major new category of these scams, crypto dating scams, where fraudsters convince people to put their money into fake cryptocurrency investments. The analytics firm Chain Analysis says more than $7.7 billion was stolen in cryptocurrency fraud worldwide in 2021.
Now, if any person who isn't your wife or your husband is telling you to put money into something, you might want to walk away from that. If not, run away from that. And keeping in line with today's theme of new technologies, I got a story on Donato's Pizza and how they're adapting to the times by partnering with robotics company Apptronics to create a pizza vending machine. You heard me right, folks, a pizza vending machine. They're calling it a sort of autonomous restaurant where pizzas will be prepared by robots, where speed and product consistency are completely focused on. So does that mean that we're all going to be getting the same number of pepperonis on each slice? Or are pizzas just going to be flying out of the kitchen within a minute's time? And of course, you gotta feel bad for these workers. But that's the reality of these advancements that our world has been making these past few years.
First look at the future of pizza making. Automated machines that can cut the time of topping your pizza from minutes down to mere seconds. How cool does that look? It's a concept Columbus-based Donato's Pizza is rolling out to the world today on its 60th birthday, and you're getting an exclusive look right now. Take a look. This machine here, it's called the Smart Pep. It literally applies pepperonis to pizza edge to edge the Donato's way. 100 pieces in 25 seconds.
Wow.
There's also the automatic cutter. There's a toppings ring that will prevent food waste, and the Smart Saucer. I need one of these in my kitchen. But this is really a far cry from when the founder of Donato's, Jim Grody, started that pizza chain in 1963. But even back then, he says he had that vision when he invented the Pep-O-Matic for the company's frozen pizza line. Well, Donato says the goal now is to make a consistent pizza with automation, doing some of the more repetitive tasks so their frontline workers can really spend quality time with customers.
So how do you guys feel about this? Just knowing that probably almost every single job will at some point be eliminated at some point in time in the future. And what are you guys' thoughts on everything that we talked about today? Make sure you share them in the comment section down below. And before I go, please don't forget to drop a quick like for the video. If you own a home, make sure your home is protected. Get your free home warranty quote, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one.